everybody. I'm going to go ahead and reconvene the January 21st Parker Town Council meeting at 7:02 p.m. All council members are present except for Councilwoman Renee Williams. I see we've got a youngster in the back row there. Could you come up front for me real quick? Yeah. All right. Look at that. There's the smile. All right, you've got an important job for us all tonight. You ready for this? You didn't know. Look, he's like, now he's scared. He's like, if I stand at the podium, it'll be okay. Come forward. It's okay. It's okay. What's your name, bud? Corwin. All right, everybody, this is Corwin. Corwin, you're going to lead us in the most important part of the meeting tonight, and that's honoring our nation with the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? So the way it's going to work is all of us are going to turn around and face the flag. Don't worry about everyone behind you. They're cheering for you. They're ready to roll. They're going to get set. Everyone's going to listen. As soon as you're ready, start saying the pledge, and we'll all join in. Sound good? All right, floor is yours, bud.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fantastic job. Good job. Good job, bud. I think that earned him a milkshake or something afterwards, right?
Oh, throwing down under the bus.
I know. What's that? Am I buying? Well, Rivero is. That's good. No. All right. So, hey, everyone, if you'll permit me, I'm gonna actually walk down here because we've got a special presentation tonight, if you don't mind. As everyone in the room is very well aware, you've probably heard me say it a million times, heard everyone up here say it a million times. The town of Parker is absolutely blessed to have arguably the finest police force in the entire nation. The men and women who come in every day to serve our community do so in the ultimate role as community servants in our police department. Now, we've been fortunate because we've also had a great person at the helm of our police department for some time. So, if you haven't heard, you've probably been living under a rock, but Chief David King has retired. He's decided to spend more time hunting and not inviting me to go hunting, more time not inviting me to go hunting. I know, sucker. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information about Chief David King and so on. So in 1986 is when Chief started with the Parker Police Department. And I like to remind him every time I see him that when he started working for the town of Parker, serving the community of Parker, I was 13 years old. I wasn't even allowed to drive. So, hey, thanks a lot, Chief. At that time, when Chief came on, we had 3 police cars. Average officers at that time made $6.50 to $8 an hour. We're almost at that amount, guys. The population of Parker, anyone want to guess what it was in 86?
5,000. 4,500.
It's okay, you can use your outside voices, people.
4,500.
1,500 people. 1,500 people. Times have changed, we've grown quite a bit. Some of the accomplishments that we've had under David's leadership: a new state-of-the-art police building, commission on accreditation for law enforcement, that's CALEA, accreditation for the department, CALEA accreditation for the communication center, State of Colorado accreditation, Colorado Association of Chiefs of Police, International Association of Property and Evidence accreditation, our K-9 program, body camera recognized internationally for our body camera policies. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Chief, we were the first agency in the nation to require all of our officers to wear body-worn cams while on duty, correct?
Well, we worked with the ACLU to make sure that our policy was one of the top,
Yep.
not just the country, but in
For everyone, exactly. Numerous years recognized as one of the safest cities in Colorado. We've got a great peer support program, mentoring program, mounted patrol program, numerous community outreach programs, Coffee with a Cop, Cops and Bobbers, one of my favorite, Citizens Police Academy, Shop with a Cop, Teen Academy, lots of them. Extremely strong community support base. We have state-of-the-art technology, new records management systems, e-ticketing, the list goes on and on and on. We are blessed in Parker to have had Chief David King serve our citizens for as long as he has. I will tell you without question, Parker and our citizens are better because of Chief David King. So Chief, if you could please come down here for me.
You want to get a key of the city?
Yeah, sure. You know, I can write you a ticket. That's what it is. No. On behalf of the citizens of Parker, and on behalf of your town council, I'd like to present with you this plaque, presented to David King in recognition and appreciation of 34 years of dedicated service to the town of Parker Police Department Your service has been instrumental in making the Parker Police Department the nationally recognized organization it is today. Congratulations on your retirement, my friend. There you go. Thank you very much. It's because of me, I take care of it. Council, you guys want to come around? And while you're coming around, council, do you guys have anything you want to say about Chief when you're coming down? Sure. Come on down.
I mean, anything like good?
Anything good?
So I will, I moved here in '89, and not so much me. I remember the 3 cars. I think there was 2 Luminas and 1 Cavalier, or 1
Taurus.
1 Taurus.
Pacer.
And there was a Cherokee also.
Yeah.
And we used to be able to drive by Old Town Hall when Main Street was aligned a little bit differently. You count the cars, and you knew if the police officers were out or not, and then you could speed. We thought Parker was much bigger.
Tom, you did not just get that online, did you?
And also, I'll plead the 5th on this, but I know my brother and a lot of his friends, you hung out at the bowling alley, and you hung out at the movie theaters, and Officer King, even back then, had an influence, and I think there are a lot of youth that are still here that have Officer King to thank them. So thank you very much. It's for my family here. So.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I have to say, I've worked with Officer King or Chief King since he started.
Mr. King now. Now it's Mr. King.
How about just David?
Just David.
I've worked with him since he started, and he has always been exemplary. So, awesome to do that.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate that.
Debbie?
Debbie? Oh,
She
you
can't.
don't know.
Well, get in here close like you all like each other, and let's get a picture taken. Waiting for Cheryl to smack me on the back of the head.
He's got a big lens on that baby.
So with that one story about the Luminas that we had, the Chevy Lumina, so those front brakes on those cars would not stop quickly, right? They'd heat up. So I remember I was on Parker Road, and I did a traffic stop. Well, the brakes were not working. So I had to actually go past the car, finally get stopped, put it in reverse, back up.
At least he didn't hit the car. That's what I thought was going
No, it's just a new way of doing traffic stop, because I've never seen this before.
And then he got out and said, "Hey, Cheryl." I thought you could see you to put your foot out to like slow down.
But no, thank you all for the recognition, I appreciate it. Obviously, I'll miss you guys, but not that much.
Congratulations, Dave.
Yeah, thank you very much, appreciate it.
Gabe Rivera.
Yeah. We might write the tickets to Gabe Rivera.
We have to have a hug from this one.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry.
All right. Next item up on our agenda is public comment. At this point, nobody has signed up for public comment, so we're going to go ahead and, unless there's anyone who came in late and missed the sign-up sheet. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next item, which is reports, items, and comments from mayor and council. Let's start with you, Josh.
Let's see, last Wednesday, I had the honor of attending Partnership with Douglas County Governments, where we received a legislative update on behalf of CML, CCI, and SDA. Some interesting stuff, nothing too overwhelmingly scary yet, but it's still early in the session, so we will see. I think it was a fairly good meeting. I think it was a pretty good meeting. The cities and towns of Douglas County are all doing well. Castle Pines is making moves. They're I think heads back above water. Castle Rock, of course, is Castle Rock, and Lone Tree's adding headquarters after headquarters for commercial development or for office space. So I think the county on a whole is doing very, very well and responsibly well in growth.
Cheryl.
Yeah, I didn't have any meetings to attend, so have to wait till next meeting.
Jeff.
So last week, Councilman Rivera and I met with our economic development liaison team, and glad to be able to announce this week that Gander Mountain may have a new occupant, so that's exciting news for Parker. A big vacant building starting to generate revenue. That'll be a good thing. And then today, Councilman Dyak and I had our first liaison meeting with the new interim chief of police, and that was very good. Two data guys geeking out with their data analysts, so it was a long meeting. Y'all would have been bored to tears.
Data,
but
data.
It was good, though.
Great.
So
5 hours.
5 hours.
Stuff.
Debbie.
Well, I can't remember if it was last week or week before last. Go to Johnny next.
Okay. John.
Last Wednesday was DRCOG week for me. We talked mostly about the new state legislative session, bills. DRCOG reviews bills from a regional eye and discusses them and tries to identify which ones are of value to the overall region. And a second one, I finally got a chance to kind of follow up regarding the Parker Senior Center. Last year, we had Board Member Rich Farster kind of come up and say we need money for a bus. And with that, we kind of texted around to see if there was any sort of money or anybody who knew how to get to the money. And lo and behold, they got money, and we received, as elected officials, some congratulations. And it's, we appreciate that, but we don't do the work. We help to facilitate, and the individual who helped out the most, quite honestly, is a lady named Faye Estes. She's the mobility manager, program manager at Douglas County. She found RTD local funds, so for you Parker Senior Center people, fans, Faye Estes is the person to say thank you to, and with her help and efforts, they'll be getting a bus here shortly. So kudos to Faye.
Fantastic. Debbie, you?
I had a meeting, the Cultural and Scientific Commission have 3 vacancies. We had 6 people apply. We did the interviews week before last. All excellent candidates. Really, we're quite lucky to have had such outstanding people, and the recommendations will be coming forth soon.
Okay. Excellent. Only thing I have is I had the honor last Friday of getting to be the caller for the Sagewood Middle School Spelling Bee. And it's one of my favorite things to get to do with spelling bees. Now this time, has anyone ever called a spelling bee in here? Not just Bennett, but been actually one of the callers. So there's all sorts of rules you have to follow. And you can't just make it up like when a kid asks for a word in a sentence and stuff like that. It's all spelled out. You've got the sheet, you just read straight off of it and so on and so forth. And I've had some crazy, wild experiences doing it, and it's always a little nerve-wracking. I kid you not. One of the words I think was conspire. And the kid goes, "Can I have it in a sentence, please?" And the sentence was, "The mayor went to the restaurant to conspire with members of the mafia." It was all I could do. I'm like, are you guys goofing on me? Is there a camera somewhere around here? But I think that kid came in second place, so it was okay. And then as we were walking out, his dad asked if I was going to have dinner with the mafia. So,
Cowboy mafia.
yeah, it was good though. All right, next item up is our consent agenda. Consent agenda items are considered to be routine. They'll be enacted with one motion and one vote unless a council member asks to have something removed for further discussion. Ordinances on the consent agenda are for introduction only and will not be removed for further discussion. So council, in front of you, you've got consent agenda items 5A through 5I.
I move to approve consent agenda items 5A through 5I, please.
Second.
We have a motion from Josh and a second from John. Council, watch your screen and your little voting box is going to pop up in just a sec. Motion passes unanimously. Next up, our town administrator's report. Michelle, do you have anything to add to your report online? Okay. For those of you watching at home or those in the audience, if you want tons and tons of wonderful information about the town, go to our website, parkeronline.org, and look for the town administrator's report. It comes out once a quarter, chock full of diagrams and pictures and all sorts of cool stuff to make you happy and learn more about the town. All right, so next up, we've got item number 7. These are our ordinances. First up is 7A. This is ordinance number 9.272 on second reading. It's continued from December 2nd, 2019. This is a bill for an ordinance to approve the intergovernmental agreement by and between the Town of Parker and the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Douglas regarding cost sharing for Chambers Road between Main Street and Lincoln Avenue. Now, Chris, you're going to lead us through this journey of IGAs, right?
Just one IGA.
Just one. Rock and
Just
roll.
one IGA tonight. So, good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight you have the IGA that the mayor was talking about. A little background, in 2016, the town entered into an agreement, annexation agreement with the Newland Crossing development. This is at the northeast corner of Chambers and Main Street. That agreement basically requires a developer to reimburse or build Chambers Road adjacent to the development. In the summer of 2018, Douglas County commenced with the widening of Chambers, and in the fall of 2019, they wrapped up that project. Vicinity map, just to kind of let you know, the county's road project was from Main Street to Lincoln, and the area in red is the area that's subject to the Newland Crossing development agreement or annexation agreement. Basically, it's been completed. The developer or the county assembled the cost. It was $1,140,700. You may ask yourself, that seems like a lot of money. It's about $800 a foot of frontage. That is actually kind of on the lower end of what it costs to build the county got a very good bid for this, but again, about $800 a foot. Basically, an intergovernmental agreement is required so we can solidify this number and lock it in. Because what happens in the IGA, or the annexation agreement, excuse me, is that this number starts to bear interest based on CPI. And basically, the funds are due upon any building permits in the planning area adjacent to it. And with that, the other thing the IGA also addresses is maintenance. There's no new areas in this IGA the town will be maintaining. The county will continue to maintain theirs. Area in the town will take care of ours. And an ordinance is required to approve this IGA, and this is scheduled to go to the county commissioners if approved tonight on January 28th. With that, I'll answer any questions you might have.
Chris, thanks a bunch. Council, do you have any questions for Chris on this? No? Let's go and open it up for public comment at 7:19 p.m. if there's anyone here to address council on this item. This is your chance. Seeing no movement, we'll go ahead and close public comment at 7:19, and I would entertain further discussion or a motion, please.
I'll move to approve ordinance number 9.2.2 on second reading.
Second.
We have a motion from Cheryl and a second from Josh. Council, do your duty. Waiting on someone? Is everyone voted? Okay, and it's not showing on here, so. Okay, so it passes unanimously. Go ahead and move on to the next item, which is item B. This is ordinance number 9.306 on second reading. This is a bill for an ordinance to approve the agreement between the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Douglas on behalf of the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and the Town of Parker on behalf of the Parker Police Department concerning access to the Sex Offender Registry website.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Oh, you just beat me to it, Mr. Serapis. I was going to be like, acting chief, but really put it in there, you know. Acting chief.
Acting. Good evening, Mayor and Council. What you have before you is ordinance 9.306, and it is a bill for an ordinance to approve the agreement between the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Douglas on behalf of the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and the Town of Parker on behalf of the Parker Police Department to give us access into the Sex Offender Registry website that's managed and maintained by the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. We do have a $2,500 contribution, which is our portion for the maintenance of that website and to have access. So it's something that we've been utilizing for years, and we just recommend that council approve it on second reading.
Council, any questions? Cheryl?
Yes, does this tie into the federal registry, or is that a separate database?
I believe that's a separate database.
And is this one, where is the geographic area of this one then? Locally or
It's all Douglas County.
just Douglas County?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Other questions? Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up for public comment at 7:22 p.m. If anyone would like to come down and comment about this item. This is the time. Young man, you have any questions? No? You good? He's like, you already embarrassed me enough, Mayor. All right, we're going to go ahead and close public comment at 7:22, and I'll entertain further discussion or a motion, please.
I move to approve ordinance number 9.306 on second reading.
Second.
That'd be a motion from Josh and a second from Cheryl. Council, please vote. Is it going to break again? Motion passes unanimously. It's the Josh and Cheryl show tonight with motions and seconds. Good job, guys. With no further business before council, we'll adjourn at 7:23 p.m. Have a good evening, everybody.